I love a New York steak. One of my favorites, Richard's Prime Rib. Luckily for us today, we have the grandson of the original owner, Richard, his grandson, Ben, who is now the president and CEO of Richard's Prime Rib here.
I was very close to my grandfather.
The menu, has it always been the same? How much change did you make when you came in there?
I didn't change a thing. The only thing that changed on that menu is probably pricing over the years.
And you have what on the walls?
We have nude women.
You have nude women on the walls. This is KMJ at KMJNow.com or wherever you stream. Welcome to the Marc Kapetan Show. This is attorney Marc Kapetan, your host. Today's show is brought to you by the Kapetan Brothers Law Firm. We've been serving the Central Valley since 1995. If you or anybody you know has been injured in an auto accident, a truck accident, or a motorcycle accident, give the Kapetan Brothers a call at 559-498-8000. Or if you've been arrested or cited for a criminal offense, call us at the Kapetan Brothers, 559-498-8000. Kapetan Brothers, we are the Valley's law firm. Hey, folks, I got a great guest today, but before I get to our guest for today, I want to mention a conversation that we had with Dr. Stephen Fogg. He contacted us a couple days ago to let us know that his father had passed away, and may his father's memory be eternal. But the beautiful thing about it was that Dr. Fogg said that he had just sat the week before and watched our episode of the Marc Kapetan Show with his father, and it brought tears to both of their eyes. And so, if there's any reason why I love doing this show, is just for making memories like that. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And so, Dr. Fogg, may your father's memory be eternal. Also, thanks to Orloff Jewelers for their beautiful gift that they sent us from the Sierra Nut House. I love it. I appreciate it. And if they didn't know, I eat nuts all the time. So, okay, folks, back in the early 70s, my father and my family actually and I would go to something called the Tiny Giant in Alexandria, Virginia. There was this supermarket there, and we would go as a family, and they had what was the equivalent of a food court, but we didn't call it that back then. But what they had was all the meat and produce and stuff was in this certain area, and you got to go choose your own steak, and it had a pat of butter on top of it, and you got in line and you paid for your raw steak with the pat of butter on it, and they asked you, do you want a potato, do you want this, that, and the other thing? And they would cook it right there in this sort of restaurant that they had in this supermarket. It was the beginnings of food courts, basically, and it was beautiful. It just brought back memories, and it was just a great outing for the Kapetan family. I love a New York steak, whether it's from Morton's Steakhouse or the Tiny Giant in Alexandria. So when our new sponsor, the Business Journal, asked to have a meeting to talk about advertising, they suggested Richard's Prime Rib on Belmont, one of my favorites, Marcella. And you didn't know what it was, did you, Marcella?
Yeah,
because she's not from here, she says. Yeah, because that is, if you are the who's who and you are in the know, you go to Richard's Steakhouse. It's a true classic style steakhouse. And I love the food. Luckily for us today, we have the grandson of the original owner, Richard, his grandson, Ben, who is now the president and CEO of Richard's Prime Rib, here to tell us all about carrying on the family legacy. So welcome from Richard's Prime Rib and Seafood, Ben Stockel. Welcome, Ben.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, man, listen, your family legacy has been a delight for me for many, many years. It started when?
July 1st, 1969.
69. And it was started by, the guy's name was Richard, right?
Yeah,
your
my
grandfather.
Yep.
Yeah. Was he in the restaurant business? But I mean, how old was he at that point?
So he was probably 50.
And he decides, I mean, that's a rough choice to make, to go into the restaurant business at 50.
Yeah. So before my grandfather got into the restaurant business, we did pool tables. He had a couple pool halls here in town, Mecca and the Gold Crown. And
that's before my time. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, so I think Mecca started in 1955.
Yeah.
And before my grandfather got into the restaurant business, he worked on pool tables. And then right when he was opening up Richard's, and my dad, Rick, was also Richard Jr., but he went by Rick, kind of took over Mecca Billiards with my uncle as well, my Uncle Jerry, who has a pool table company in San Luis Obispo, and actually he just sold that. But and then when he got into the restaurant business, my dad took over the billiard business, and then so that's how he kind of separated there.
Was Dad himself ever in the restaurant business?
He bartended a little bit, but that's about it.
Got all the fun stuff he got to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Richard, your grandfather at 50, decides to go into the restaurant business, and this building that he bought. Now, mind you, folks, if you're going to go to Richard's Prime Rib, you're not up on the north end of town. You're back in the old school area of Belmont, and basically Belmont and Blackstone, right?
Yep.
And he, back then in the 60s, that was a decent side of town, I guess you could say. And people still say, oh, it's still decent, et cetera. And I get it. But he bought the building, or he leased the building all these years?
I believe he bought it. I mean, we own the building now, but I believe he bought it at the very beginning. And actually, his original plans were just to kind of make Richard's a pool hall.
Yeah.
With hamburgers, a couple pool tables, some gaming on the side. And the expenses got to be too much, so he decided to go make it a full-fledged restaurant.
Right. And when I say, the side of town it's on, and I don't mean that in any type of bad way, because I love the fact that when you go to Richard's, they have security guy that stands outside, watches the parking lot all the time.
Yeah, we're definitely destination dining,
Yeah.
That area, it wasn't like that in 1969. Everything just kind of, moved north, but I promise you it's safe.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I've gone down there for ages. I've never had a problem. And so all of you North End people that sit there and go, I don't go to any place south of Shaw. Well, but start going, because you're going to find a real gem down there on Belmont. Okay. You are how old when you first start working there?
So I started bussing tables for my grandfather right out of high school. So probably 2002.
Okay. By that time, though, he had already expanded. The original place was supposed to be a billiards place and a bar, a beer bar or something like that, right?
And actually the building that we're in now used to be a bank, I was told. And our walk-in, when you walk in through the back door, used to be the vaults, but it used to be a Bank of America.
Are the vaults still there?
It's our walk-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the actual vault
we
is
made it a refrigerator, but yeah, absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a bank back in the day. I wonder what it was. Do you know?
Hopefully maybe somebody can do some digging and find out which bank it was and all that good stuff. I've been told it was a Bank of America, but I don't have any proof, or I don't know 100%.
Gee, I used to go with my mom and grandmother down to all those places down there, and I don't recall that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So at some point though, he expands. It was originally like 40 people or something like that?
Yeah, it was just the lounge side where the bar's at now, that side. And then probably like 5 years later, he expanded to the east side and the banquet room in the back, which is now the dining room and our banquet room. But yeah, it was only just that one side when you first walked in.
So eventually he says this is going to be a full-fledged restaurant, not just a pool hall and a beer place, right?
Yep.
And no restaurant experience.
Well, the Mecca, I mean, burgers and stuff like that.
He did. Okay.
Yeah.
But now to go to full steakhouse, I mean, that's a whole different ball game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't hire like a little high school guy to flip burgers.
I mean, now you're hand cutting all your steaks and all that good stuff. So.
Oh, you guys do?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I understand you guys use what, Angus beef?
Yeah, certified Angus beef.
And is it aged?
Yeah, it's wet aged, 28 days or more.
Yeah.
And it's good stuff.
And you guys cut your own. I understand. Yeah. I understand that's a great cost saving measure that a lot of people don't do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is for sure. And that's why we're pretty reasonable as far as pricing goes compared to the north side of town.
Yeah. Where do you source it from?
We get some stuff from Harris Ranch, CAB, and Cisco distributes CAB as well.
Right. Oh, man. Okay. At some point, grandfather sells the restaurant.
Yes.
And that was when?
That was in 2005.
So he's done over 30 years in the restaurant
36
business.
years to the day, pretty much. He sold the restaurant 36 years to the day. And then we ended up having to foreclose on the guy that bought the place. Maybe ran it for like a year or two, kind of ran it into the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
And we had to foreclose on the gentleman that grandpa sold it to, and then we brought it back, did a complete remodel top to bottom. Knocked down everything we could. The only thing we didn't knock down were the exterior walls, plumbing, air conditioning.
I remember going there before and after, and I think even during that 1 or 2 years that the other guy had it, and it just wasn't the same.
Yeah,
you know?
We get that a lot, but
just didn't have the passion that your grandfather had, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And I worked for that guy for a little while. I bartended for him for a little bit, but
so you knew what you didn't want to do when you took over, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
We're gonna get to Ben taking over his grandfather's legacy right after this. This is the Marc Kapetan Show. We're on with Ben Stockel from Richard's Prime Rib, a place that all of you guys on the north end, all you snooty people on the north end, have to go down there, man. It's awesome. It's great. You'll love it, I promise. This is the Marc Kapetan Show on KMJ. This is KMJ at KMJnow.com or wherever you stream. Welcome back to the Marc Kapetan Show. Folks, we want to thank our sponsor, the Arc Mediterranean Grill. We love the Arc Mediterranean Grill. They have mouth-watering hummus, delicious dolma, shish and beef kebabs. My favorite, no, Marcella, your favorite is the chicken kebab plate, right? I love the lamb chops there. And if you want something sweet that melts in your mouth, baklava. They have baklava too. There's 2 locations, Champlain and Shepherd, and Herndon and Armstrong. Take the office for lunch or the family for dinner, or pick up some takeout. You'll love it, I promise. The authentic Armenian goodness brought to you by the Akizian brothers, the Arc Mediterranean Grill in Fresno and Clovis. Speaking about delicious goodness, we are back on with Ben Stockel from Richard's Prime Rib. Marcella got mad at me because I talked about all you snooty people on the north end of town that never comes south of Shaw. Marcella, it's true, for goodness sakes. When it comes to food, they're snooty. No. Listen, there's great stuff south of Shaw. Richard's Prime Rib being one of them. Run by the CEO and president now, Ben Stockel, our guest for today. We were talking about your grandfather, Richard, and he finally remodels, and we're going to talk about that remodel because, folks, when you come down, this place is going to be like unlike any place you've ever seen. You took over the restaurant at what age?
25.
Okay, at 25. You were what year was that?
That was 2010.
Okay, so the grandfather and you guys had already done the remodel and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
You had worked since you were a kid as a busboy, I understand.
Yep. And bar when I got old enough. Bartender, all that good stuff. But yeah.
So worked all the areas of the restaurant?
Everything except for cook. I've dishwashed. Whatever it takes. Clean toilets, bathrooms,
cleaning
jack
toilets.
Of all trades, master of none.
Believe me, that's one of the first things you do as a restaurant owner is clean toilets. That's what we learned when we owned our club. Yeah. You do all the jobs. Can you make a steak?
Oh, yeah. I can't do 40 of them at one time, but I can make a steak for sure.
That is an art, and it's a process.
Absolutely.
Huh? Yeah.
I have a ton of respect for what those guys do back there.
Yeah. Who are your guys now back there?
So my executive chef, his name is Gonzalo Padilla. He started out as a dishwasher kind of the same time that I started out bussing tables. We're pretty much the same age. We just kind of moved up the ranks together. And,
isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine too as well. So
well, and great that the owner gets along with the chef.
Absolutely.
Because that's the death knell of most restaurants.
Yes, absolutely. No, we definitely get along very good.
You must have a great disposition, I'll tell you that. So you took over though, and let's describe in your own words what this remodel consisted of and the thing that Marcella, those North End people, are going to be a little bit shocked by.
So, when we remodeled the restaurant in 2010, Grandpa wanted to change, nothing major. So we put the bar on the east side. It went from the west side of the restaurant to the east side. And I asked Grandpa, I said, "Hey, what?" He goes, "I want a little bit of a change. I did 36 years looking west. I'm going to do another 36 years looking east, and by then I'll be an old man." I said, "Grandpa, you already are, but..." And we're definitely known for our artwork. If you've ever been to Richard, you'll know what I'm talking about. But
Okay, listen, it's not as bad as people would think, and
No.
what I mean by that, in fact, it's actually beautiful because one of the reasons why I love going to Richard's is it is a classic steakhouse type format. You have very, very dim lighting, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. You have I think they're the red suede looking red
black leather booths.
black leather booths,
Yep.
which is classic. And you have what on the walls?
We have nude women.
You have nude women on the walls. And I tell my secretaries, we're going to Richard's. Marcel and I have to have this meeting, and we're going to go to Richard's. And I said, wait till you see the paintings, the nude paintings on the wall. And you guys were like, oh my God. And then Marcel, when you walked in, you were actually like, oh, this is sort of beautiful. You started taking pictures and showing the girls back at work because they are classically done 1950s, 60s, maybe 70s type.
Late 60s, 70s probably, but yeah.
Boudoir looking type paintings.
Yep.
Where'd you guys find these things at?
I'll tell you the story behind it. So when Grandpa first opened the restaurant, he had like 2 nude women hanging in there. And actually the Fresno Fair was in town, and somebody needed money for the horse races. And
I don't know where this is going, but
and a guy had a trunk full of this nude artwork, and they said, hey, you know anybody that'll buy nude artwork? They said, yeah, go see Richard at Richard's, and that's how we got a lot of our paintings.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
So I had always heard the rumor that it was the daughter of the owner was in all these paintings.
No,
did you hear that?
Well, that too, and I joke with people. My grandfather was also married 4 or 5 times, and rumor has it these are all of his ex-wives. I could tell you he wishes. That's not true. I've heard people have said that they're ex-servers, and funny stuff like that. But I was told that they were TWA stewardess.
No kidding.
Yes, I actually have. I don't know. I can't confirm that, but an older gentleman came in and knew a lot about the artists and told me that they were actually TWA stewardess.
Are they all from one artist?
Yes.
Do you know the name?
Yeah, his artist name is Vacante.
Huh.
But his name is Richard something, which is kind of funny too.
Yeah, exactly. And ever try to reach out and find out who this guy was or his family or anything?
Yeah, so I've done a little bit of research on him and how. So it was like World War II, and he would do portraits of the soldiers, and they'd pay him for it, and they'd send him back stateside.
Yeah.
And then I guess the war was over, and he wanted to still be an artist, pursue that profession, and wanted to do nude women, and learned under somebody famous in New York, and that's how he learned, but I don't know the names. But
oh, wow. And so he was that early, World War II type stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, did somebody look at grandfather and say, Grandpa, we can't have people eating steaks and everything like that with all these nude women?
I'm sure they probably did, but not to my knowledge.
Listen, I don't know if he did it as just a whim, a joke, or with actual foresight, but I think it just sets the tone of the classic steakhouse, the Rat Pack type look, and all that kind of stuff.
San Francisco style, dark, dim.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It
is beautiful. It is beautiful. I love it. So, folks, I hope that piqued your interest to go there and not only see it, but also try out some great steaks. All right, let me ask you this: the menu, has it always been the same? Who created the new menu? How much change did you make when you came in there?
I didn't change a thing. The only thing that's changed on that menu is probably pricing over the years, but yeah.
It's rough. But I got to say, your pricing is definitely decent compared to some of the other places in town.
Absolutely. And we own the property, so we're able to kind of keep it a little bit lower that way. Right. But we're paying the same prices for everything that they're paying on the north side of town too, But
yeah, but I guess the overhead of not having to pay $10,000 a month in rent.
Yeah, definitely helps for sure.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, folks, another reason to go on down there is just the pricing's great. The best part about it to me is not only is the pricing great, but the fact that you get a full old style meal. You don't get a steak for $69 and then a side for $10 and another side for another $5 and blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
You get the full package.
Yep, it's a full dinner.
Yeah.
It's always been that way, and it'll always continue to be that way.
Yeah, it's an old school way of doing it. We're going to be right back with Ben Stockel from Richard's Prime Rib right after this. This is Marc Kapetan Show on KMJ. This is KMJ at KMJnow.com or wherever you stream. You can check out all these shows on KMJnow.com. They have a podcast section, and you can look up the Ray Appleton Show or Philip Teresi, The Morning Show, Christina and John, and the Marc Kapetan Show. Welcome back to the Marc Kapetan Show, brought to you by the Kapetan Brothers Law Firm. If you need an attorney for an accident, or if you've been arrested or cited for a criminal offense, call us at the Kapetan Brothers Law Firm, 559-498-8000. Kapetan Brothers, the Valley's law firm. I'm going to get right back into it with Ben Stockel from Richard's Prime Rib and Seafood, which is down there at, what's the address, Ben?
1609 East Belmont.
Yeah, 1609 East Belmont. One of my favorites. If you say, let's go for a steak, it's on the top of my list. Let's go to Richard's Prime Rib down there on Belmont. Been there since 1969, folks. It's got to be good if it's lasted that long, right? Okay, speaking of which, we were talking about the fact that your guys' service, the number one, your service, the people down there are great. I mean, they know how to treat a customer nice. And I understand that was a thing that your grandfather always talked about, your grandfather Richard.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we don't have a huge turnover rate like a lot of other restaurants do. You know, they know what's expected of them, and we all get along good, and everybody, you know, it's just all about the ultimate experience for the customer.
Yeah, he never wanted to leave a customer walking out the door unhappy, right?
Yep, absolutely. And, you know, I go by every table personally, too, and if there's a problem, I want to fix it. I don't ever want anybody ever leaving upset. You know, I want to nip it in the bud.
You you did that with me this last time I came in, just because there was a little credit card issue, not or gift certificate issue. Sorry,
technology's nice when it works.
No, right, and I didn't want to mention it because it was a gift certificate issue type thing, and you're right, it was a technology thing. But I had to, when I walked out, I thought, my God, he did whatever he could to rectify that situation, and you just. When you forgot whatever else you were doing, you said, we're going to take care of this. And it was just a beautiful thing that I walked out and I was happy.
Good.
Yeah. So no, seriously, Ben, it really impressed me when you did that. And we had already asked you to be on the show. So,
yeah, that's very true.
Okay. But the great part about it is that, folks, you order a steak and they go, okay, you've ordered the steak. Do you want fries? I asked someone for a bake. They said, do you want fries, mashed potatoes, or rice at another place about 2 months ago? And I said, how about a baked potato instead of mashed potatoes? They go, oh, yeah, no problem. That's extra. And I thought, you're a steakhouse. How can you do that?
Yeah. It's like a steakhouse running out of baked potatoes, but.
Yeah, right. That's the old thing. Yeah, the old saying, right? Okay, so if I order a steak and I want a baked potato, it's included in the price. But tell me, what's the first thing you guys bring out?
Shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail.
Garlic bread, shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. Next thing?
Super salad.
Super salad, right? Then?
Your entree, and you get your choice of your vegetable and your starch.
Yeah, and so you get the full ball of wax.
Yeah.
And folks, I know sometimes the show sounds like it's a sales thing, and it's not, because we get nothing from Richards. Richards is getting nothing from us other than a discussion on air. I think it talks about the person that you are, the business person that you are, and the tradition that you have with your family. And that's what I like about the show, is that we just talk about tradition and family, and So I'm telling you, folks, you get your money's worth. I love it. Some other things on the what do you like the best there?
So lunchtime, I like the beef eater, which is a deli thin sliced prime rib served as a French dip, or the something good, which is actually a prime New York steak. wrapped in a flour tortilla with jack and cheddar cheese. It's kind of like a steak quesadilla, but a whole steak. It's really good.
Yeah, who made that though?
It had to be one of Grandpa's chefs way back when, but yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think his name was Shorty, actually.
Is it unsliced or a sliced New York steak?
It's unsliced.
Unsliced.
So it's a steak wrapped in a flour tortilla with jack and cheddar cheese and with a steak knife.
I've never heard of that before, man. That's wild. I don't think I've ever ordered that. I'm going to have to try that one.
It's called the Something Good.
The Something Good. And then there's the Something Special, which is what?
Which is the same cut of New York steak, but it's open face on a piece of sourdough bread with Swiss cheese and steak on top.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, that's my favorite in New York, I got to say. I love it in New York. The potato that comes, whether you want a potato, a mashed potato, fries, or whatever, it's all the same price. You guys do the old school thing with the butter and the chives and sour cream and bacon bits in the little silver...
ramekins.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Yeah, little silver ramekins that you saw from back in the day.
And before COVID, we used to have a big one we put table side, and then the table would kind of just you could put as much as you want on there. Then COVID happened. We kind of got away from that and did the individual ramekins, which
folks,
which is fine.
COVID's over. Let's get back to it. No.
Yeah.
It's done. So, okay. And I know what's funny is that your lovely wife, Valdosta?
Yeah.
From where?
She's from here.
But I mean, what's the background for Valdosta?
So she, how I met her was actually my grandfather hired her as a bartender when we first reopened, and that's how we met. And 2 beautiful children later.
Hey, let me ask you, is it true that your mom and dad the same thing?
Yeah, my parents actually met at Richard's as well. My chef actually met his wife at the restaurant as well too. But
really,
yeah, really.
So Grandpa Richard has made many families out of this old restaurant thing of his.
Yep.
Really, that's so beautiful. And you guys, you and Valdosta work together.
Yep.
And
we're blessed and cursed at the same time.
Yeah.
But she does all of our desserts are all made from scratch, and she does all of our homemade desserts. She does the scheduling, inventory, running my kids around to travel baseball, volleyball, whatever.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I think I have it down here somewhere, that the dessert that we may have had, Marcella, I don't know if you remember that we had tried something, but yeah, your wife makes them homemade scratch desserts.
Yep, creme brulee, New York cheesecake. Our seasonal dessert right now is a pumpkin swirl cheesecake. We do a chocolate bread pudding. We do a Grand Marnier bread pudding.
Oh, I love bread pudding.
And then we have pistachio cake and a limoncello cake too.
Was she always a baker, or did she learn it for the restaurant?
She's always liked to bake.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Awesome. 3 kids. Let's see, Valentino.
Yep, that's my oldest, and he goes to Fresno State. And he's an accounting major.
Accounting to take over the business, or what?
No, well, I mean, no one's going to be forced, but hopefully one of the 3 does it. Keep Grandpa's legacy going.
And you got Richie and Audrey. Richie in middle school at Kerman, and Audrey in 6th grade at Goldenrod. It says, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, out of the 3 of them, who's got the disposition for it?
I would say my daughter. Maybe
really?
Maybe Audrey. Yeah,
no
absolutely. Richie wants to be a professional baseball player right now. So,
hey, good for you, Richie. You keep dreaming, man. That's great. Yeah, absolutely. They work at the restaurant?
So my oldest, Valentino, does. He busses on the weekends and when he's available and not going to school.
Yeah.
And then they'll come in and fold napkins. Richie dishwashed this summer a little bit. He filled in. I had a dishwasher that was out, and so he was back there scraping dishes and all that good stuff.
Richie's washing it. He's in middle school. Richard,
hey, it's family.
You know what? That's what those family restaurants are like, right?
Absolutely.
Get them working early.
Yep.
And to start them at the bottom like that,
That's
the dishwasher. Right. Absolutely, yeah. I know what your mom was from North Carolina. Where in North Carolina?
Yeah, Roanoke Rapids.
Oh yeah,
I believe. Yeah,
Roanoke. Yeah.
Roanoke.
We lived in Jacksonville.
Okay, right.
Mom's a little Southern belle then, huh?
Small world.
Yeah, she came all the way out here.
Yep.
That's so great.
California and fell in love, I guess.
Yeah. Richard passes away in what year? Your grandfather.
22, February of 22. Alzheimer's, dementia. He was 89.
Really?
Yeah.
But you had how many years total working with him? Got what, close to 30 something?
Yeah. I was very close to my grandfather. I'm the oldest grandson, and yeah.
I want to talk about his legacy when we come back after the break. This is the Marc Kapetan Show. We are on with Ben Stockel from Richard's Prime Rib. So we'll be right back after this. Maybe another generation of Richard's Prime Rib. Right after this is the Marc Kapetan Show on KMJ. Hey folks, welcome back to the Marc Kapetan Show here on KMJ. Hey, we want to thank our sponsor, the Arc Mediterranean Grill. We love the Arc Mediterranean Grill. Right, Marcella? Yes, she says. That's right. Marcella loves the chicken kebab plate at the Arc Mediterranean Grill. I'm a fan of the lamb chops. They actually have lamb chops, and boy, I tell you what, they are mouth-watering. It is great. Shish kebab, lamb kebab, beef kebab, chicken kebab, all sorts of kebabs. Baklava if you want some dessert. 2 locations, Champlain and Shepherd and Herndon and Armstrong. It is authentic Armenian goodness brought to you by the Akisian brothers. We love those brothers. We love brothers all in general. So, Arc Mediterranean Grill in Fresno and Clovis. All right, folks, we're back on with Ben Stockel. He is Ben Stockel. He is with the Richard's Prime Rib out there on Belmont. What's the address again?
1609 East Belmont.
Reservations? Or
definitely
walk-in?
recommended. You can walk into reservations. Definitely recommended on the weekends.
Yeah, some of these places are like, oh no, we want the whole party to be here before we'll sit you down, and we don't take reservations. So reservations, old school steakhouse. You're gonna love it, I promise. Started by his grandfather, Ben's grandfather, Richard. Back in 1969, so it's been around for a long time. Means it must be good. So. You have a beautiful quote about your grandfather. You basically say, my grandfather inspired me to be in the restaurant business. Plus, I like people. I figured if I could be half the man my grandfather was, I would do well.
Yep.
I mean, it's just gorgeous. Passed away in 2002. You had over 30 years working with him. What's the one thing that he taught you? I mean, what's the one thing that every day you go to work and you sit there and you go, wow, I'm glad Grandpa taught me that.
He definitely taught me get out on the floor, make everybody feel special, because without these people, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, it's almost like if it was another age and time, you would be in a tuxedo, and you. It's funny when we walking around greeting the customers. When we had the Cadillac Club, we had this joke months ahead of time that we were going to walk around and look at everybody and say, hey, are you having a good time? Well, we want you to have a good time. Hey, you having a good time? We'll have a good time, like that kind of thing. And the first day, my brothers are cleaning throw up in the bathroom, and they looked at each other and said, hey, you having a good time? Have a good time, right? But that's the one thing that also impressed me about you is you actually take the time out of watching the cooks, watching the bar, watching this, handling the finances, whatever it may be. And you actually greet the clients when they come in, and you actually walk around and check on every single table.
Absolutely.
And have a conversation.
Yep.
Was that something your grandfather did?
Yep. Had a great teacher.
When he was passing, you said he died of, he had advanced stages of dementia, et cetera.
Yeah.
Was there moments where, or prior to having the heavy, severe dementia and stuff, did he worry about the legacy? Did he worry about the restaurant? Did he want you to carry it on, or did he say, hey, grandson, you could do whatever you want to do?
No, I think deep down he kind of wanted me to carry it on. That was kind of the ultimate goal for the remodel.
Yeah.
And him taking it back,
You think the remodel was partly, hey, this could all be yours and I'm going to help you. I'm going to put the money in and remodel this thing.
Absolutely. And it's all about keeping his legacy alive and going, and that's what we're trying to do.
Did you ever have a sense that you wanted to do something else?
No, not really. I mean, I was working for my dad at Mecca Billiards doing the pool table thing for a while, but I've always kind of taken pride in family businesses and stuff like that, so in our family businesses. But
I've just seen other guys, and you just sit there and you wonder, is it a burden that, oh, this is the family restaurant and I have to do it?
No, and that's what was different, because I was never forced into doing it. I could always went and done something else, and I've just kind of always kind of come back to it and kind of, just liked it and admired my grandfather, what he did and how everybody talked to him, everybody looked up to him, and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Man, I swear to God, I'm envious. I mean, I was great with my grandfather too, but we never had businesses together. But to sit there and have that much time with someone that you admired so much, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, because like we talked about, you walking around greeting the customers and stuff like that. So that's all your time on the clock, which is how many hours a day? The restaurant's open.
We're open 4 days a week. I'm there 12 hours a day.
Right. Yeah. And then you have to go home and do the finances and stuff?
Yeah, I do that while I'm there too. I got my little dungeon in the back, my office. It's in the back of the banquet room. And
right. Do you have time for you and the family?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. I also have I live on a 20-acre almond ranch that are mine. That's where my family and I live in out towards Kerman.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you actually actively farm yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my!
It's only 20 acres.
Oh man, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
And then I understand that you guys love. You actually will travel. You'll go to, what is it? Like baseball games?
Oh, yeah. We just got back 2 weeks ago. My son does Richie does travel baseball for DIB, which is a travel team here in Fresno. And we just got back from Monterey 2 weeks ago. I think this weekend he will be in Ceres or Modesto. So I'll drive up Sunday and at least catch one game, and we come home Sunday night. So
you guys do NASCAR races also?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Indy and all that?
Yep, we did the Indy 500 probably 2 or 3 years ago. My wife, which is cool too, because my wife actually likes racing too. Her dad was into it. My dad kind of got me into racing and all that good stuff. So. I
see these guys that own restaurants that they never get away from it, but you're telling me basically that's a sort of a self-imposed thing.
Yeah, you need your time for yourself. Absolutely. And farming's kind of done that for me. I love jumping on a tractor, can't hear my phone ring, trees don't talk to you.
Are you telling me I have to get 20 acres to have some peace in my life?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? It may do you a lot of good. Yeah,
do you sell the almonds? Do you use any of it for your own place?
No, we sell them. And this all came to fruit, me getting the almond ranch. I know we're maybe going off subject here a little bit. But during COVID, so when the restaurant was closed for 8 months, I was like, holy crap, what am I going to do now?
Oh, so this is a new thing for you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow. And I think I'm taking on too much, man.
Yeah.
That's
no
crazy.
more, though. I'm done.
Are you done?
Yeah, no more.
Like, what do you mean? You're selling the ranch?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not taking on any
no more additional things.
No more new projects.
You love hunting, I understand.
Yep.
Ever bring some of the kills back to the restaurant for the customers?
No, I wish you can't legally do that.
Oh, you can't. I was wondering if that was the case.
Yeah.
I love venison, man. What do you normally hunt?
I duck hunt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's kind of, I've kind of backed off the last 10 years or so because duck season's during the holiday time when we're really busy, you know, so it's hard for me to get away. But if I do, I'd at least like to go on one or two nice hunts. So me and a buddy of mine will go to Oregon, usually like the day after Thanksgiving, do like a guided goose hunt or something like that.
You do the reserve up in Merced area there?
Oh, yeah. I've hunted there, Mendota, Calusa, Northern California.
My old buddy Ron Sani, he used to duck hunt. We used to cook all the stuff. You spit out the BBs, all that stuff.
Don't chip your tooth.
Last thing, your family came through Ellis Island. We're going to go right after this. What's the background, the family background? Nationality.
So my Grandpa Richard's dad was Swiss. His mom was Italian, so we're Swiss Italian.
All right. Believe me, that makes for a good restaurant right there. Mm-hmm. So, because you guys know how to cook. This has been Ben Stockel from Richard's Prime Rib out there on Belmont. Say where the address again, Ben?
1609 East Belmont.
1609 East Belmont. I want all you North Enders, I want all you Clovis people out there to go try something different and try one of the best steakhouses in Fresno, if not the best. Richard's Prime Rib on Belmont. Ben, it was wonderful having you on the show. I appreciate it, man.
Mark, thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
We will see you next week on the Marc Kapetan Show on KAMJ. Thanks to my wonderful, beautiful producer, Marcellus Solorio Taylor. We'll see you next week.